Okay guys, again, good day. This is Versus Kicks for another video. Alright, so our video for today is about which drop-in midsole basketball shoes is the best currently. Alright, so I've used all of these four sneakers that are using the drop-in midsole. Or what I can say is, for those viewers that who don't know, is they have this extra midsole that you need to put it inside your shoes as an insoles. Okay, so this is arranged from this is the the latest shoes and to the oldest release. So this one is the A08 3 Ultra, which is just released recently, and this is the Serious Player 1 2023, the Nike GT Cut 2, and the JB1. Okay, so I know you guys that I've been reviewing all these sneakers, and for me, all of these are good performers. It's just on depends on how you want it. So there's certain type of feet. Number one, foot type, the players, and also their play style of play. So your build physically, your style of play, your position that you play. I can break down all of those like description in each of the shoes. Okay, so without being said, let's start with the review. Okay, so I want to let's start about the traction. I know you guys is very particular of the traction, which is, if you play, it's always better to have a great traction. Let's start with the A08 3 Ultra. So the traction is really, really amazing. I think they corrected the 8082 version. The regular 8082 has really good traction. But this one, the only difference is it's also great. They added just this carbon fiber mid shank plate, so it doesn't really twist now. It has some stiffness on it, not like as the same as the 808. So traction pattern is about herringbone that's like curved with little spaces, kind of dirty. It doesn't really collect that much of a dust. This is also a solid rubber outsole. Comparing to the Player 1 2003 SPO 1 is the same. You get this carbon fiber plate. Honestly, the carbon fiber plate, this looks really legit, like really good. Like it's hard carbon fiber. This one's a carbon fiber, but it adds some support. So as long as there's support in the midsole, then that's good. Here the pattern is like it's all like a zigzag pattern together with some small dots. Also like a herringbone that's wider. I know they changed the outsole from the original one, which is more thick than the first Series Player 1. Traction is also good. I never had an issue with the traction. Both of these tools are really good in traction. Let's go now for this colorway of my GT Cut 2. This is just a sample GT Cut 2 I have. I haven't played with this one, but with my black, gray, white colorway, it's all beaten up. Tractions also. This one is kind of different. So they have a solid rubber outsole here. This one's translucent at the back. You can see the zoom here. The mid plate. Actually, there's only a plastic mid plate here. There's no like a carbon fiber plate. And tractions, maybe about 8 out of 10. Not like the first two. And lastly, the JB1. Again, I have a beaten JB1, which I always use. These ones I just use only for once or twice. I don't want to use this because I like this colorway. I'm going to preserve it. And it wears out fast, to be honest. Carbon fiber from like 2/3 of the shoes right there. Yeah. Okay, and just to add with the JB1, it's a foam traction, and the carbon fiber is nice, and it's more than half of the outsole. So that's about the traction. And now we go to which is one of my favorite, and whenever I buy a shoes or wear a shoes, I first consider the cushioning. Let's go now take the check this cushion of the 808 3 Ultra. First of all, you see this like a strobo board. It's really soft, and the softness is different than the a Nike Zoom strobo board. This is much more comfortable and soft, of course. Um, Now, let's go the player one only, and you see it's kind of stiff. So when you bend it, it's just really stiff, not like as the this board of the 808 Ultra. Now in terms of the GT cut, and you see this Nike Zoom airbag or strobo board, it looks fluffy, but to be honest, the AO8 has more cushion. And lastly, this JB1, in terms of the cushioning, it's also soft, just like the no, actually, this part is just like a strobo board, but this is just like an airbag. You see that rectangle there, so that leads you to that plastic at the bottom. Okay, so if you will check um, their drop-in midsole, this is for the 808. This is for the serious player only. So if we go side by side, as you can see, the 808 is a little thinner than the serious player, with this like lateral containment here. It is kind of softer from the boom cushion than the serious player only. Although the more advantages of the SPOs are this high arc, which is new on the 2023. So take note of that. The previous or the first serious player only one doesn't have this lifted arc. So that's very helpful, especially for me with plantar fasciitis. Now this is the GT cut 2, which is a React foam, side by side. Let's see. To be honest, yeah, there you go. Look, it's much lower to the ground actually. It's thinner, but it's softer. So question, which is softer? I think the GT Cut 2 is softer. But which is thicker? Of course, the serious player only. But with the design of the GT Cut 2, then it's much lower to the ground, comparing to the SPO and the 808. And of course, the JB1. The JB1 has, I think, almost the same as thick as the GT Cut 2. And both the JB1 and the 808 has almost the same texture with the boom technology. Okay, so let's go ahead and check. This is first 808. Let's weigh the 808 midsole. It's about 71.5 grams. The even lawn is about 94 grams, so that's about more than 20 grams difference. The GT Cut 2 is about 70, which is a little heavier than the boom cushion of the 808. And lastly, the JB1, 60. So lightest midsole is the JB1. Second is the 808. Then the GT cut. And then lastly is the even lawn of the Sears Player 1. So the boom cushion is still lighter and softer. All right, and then just to add for you guys, the difference between the 808 3 Ultra and the old 808 2s, can be the V2 or the regular one, is they put this shank plastic at the bottom of the midsole, which make it more sturdy. So for you guys who are asking if they corrected it with the 808 Ultra. Okay. So we discussed the traction, the cushion, the support is very good. Is very all of them I can say has all good support. I'll go with the GT cut because of its thick material, and then the JB1 also has good support. So the 808, I've been playing with this a lot. It's really very supportive. This boom fiber that they call is very nice, very good technology. Lateral side plastics support. Inner part has this outrigger. It's just an all-around shoes for me for the 808. Yeah, so support, we'll go with the GT Cut 2. Second will be the 808. I'll go with the JB1 third, and last for support is the Player 1. So the reason why I go Player 1 with the last in support, just because if you're fond of using Kobe's before, which is really low to your ankle, then you get the Player 1. No question. You'll be happy with the Player 1. With the sizing, I can say it's all true to size. I'm a 10.5. So I went true to size with this 3, but not with the JB1. The JB1 has a wider toe box than all of the 4. So both the leaning have wider toe box. Of course, the smaller toe box is this Player 1, which I think when I first try to play with it, it's really awkward on my foot. It feels like awkward. Not the cushioning, but the side lateral here, it's hurting my left small finger. But after I break it in, it's just good, very comfortable. It's just about clunky at the back part, different from the 3. The lowest to the ground, to be honest, I'll go with the JB1. That's one strength of the JB1. And then also the second will be the 808 3 Ultra. This is also low to the ground. I have a replacement insole. I'll use that next time. And then lastly is the GT Cut, which is your above to the ground with all of these shoes. All right, and then what else? So again, we discussed the sizing, the fit, the traction, the cushioning, the support, the lockdown. To be honest, I'll go with the 808. They increases the padding here. You see that Achilles pillow. It holds your ankles, just not with a good lockdown. Very nice, very comfortable. Again, this is very low to the ground. If you want to compare side by side how low, look at that comparison. It's about almost an inch at the back part and almost like half an inch at the ankle part. Yeah, and that's it. if I will be to choose which one's my number one, I'll go, of course, with the 808 Ultra 3 or the 808 3 Ultras. This is maybe the top 23 basketball shoes that I have tested. I'll go with the JB2 as number two. The JB1 is my number two. Serious Player Only One, number three. And lastly, the GT Cut 2. Again, the reason why I want this is first is the full boom cushion, very lightweight shoes, and let's compare about how light they are. As you know, to wrap this video up, and this is with the midsole inside is 442 grams for the 808 Ultra. Again, 444. Or 84, I forgot. 393.9 with the Serious Player Only One. So far it's the lightest. And then the GT Cut is about 427, lighter than the 808. And the JB1 with the midsole is about 427. So they're ranging from higher threes to mid 400s. Which is still very light shoes. I think the 442. I think the reason why this is heavier is because of the carbon fiber, and plus this plastic part here at the bottom. But all of them are very light feeling shoes. Step in comfort. I'll go with 808 first. Number two will be the Serious Player Only One 2023, GT Cut 2, and the JB1. So that's for the step in comfort. Overall, again, this is my number one, my number two, my number three, and my number four. Number four, just because it takes time to break in. The traction is not as good as the three of them, and also you're too high to the ground. Again, this is Versus Kicks. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Please like and subscribe. And of course, a lot of you asking me where did I get the 808 3 Ultra. I bought it on the Midsole website. They're legit. And if you want to get a 5% off, just use my code VersusKicks5 and you'll get a 5% off with Midsole. All right, so that's all about it. Thank you for this is a long video. This is about 15 minutes video total. All right, so have a good one, guys. Again, the 4 best shoes with the drop-in midsole. Thank you.